Hi, and welcome to Boxing Mob. My name's Alan Layani. Today I'm going to give a analysis on, pre-fight analysis on Andre Ward versus Carl Froch. I'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I think it's not going to be as good as a fight as many people are thinking. I think Andre Ward is by far the superior fighter. He's better offensively, he's better defensively, and I can't say whether or not he has the better chin because his chin hasn't really been tested. He's been dropped before by inferior opposition, but that was early during his career, and that happens to a lot of people. He has a good jab, he has a good right hand, he has good defense, he has good reflexes, he has good footwork. And I believe he's the better inside fighter, and he's also the better outside fighter. All around, I think he's the better overall fighter. I think people have given Carl Froch more credit than he deserves. Against Andre Durrell, he was clearly outboxed, and he should have lost the decision. Against Mikhail Kessler, he lost a close decision fight. Kessler was completely dominated by Andre Ward. Completely dominated. It wasn't a close fight. He was stopped. So that's a good indication right there. He then bounced back and beat Abraham. And Abraham, he was clearly defeated by Andre Durrell to the point where he got frustrated and he had to follow him while he was on the ground. Completely outboxed. And basically, I don't think he's an elite level fighter. And if he is, he's not an elite level fighter, 168 pounds, because he can't even throw straight punches. He's always throwing looping wild shots, and he doesn't impress me much. He probably has good power, but other than that, he leaves a lot to be desired. And then after Abraham, he beat Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson, he's a tough fighter. He's a good guy, and he's been around a lot, but at this point, I wouldn't say that he's an elite fighter. He's a very good fighter. He knocked out Alan Green, but Alan Green is Alan Green. There's nothing spectacular about him. He has good power. He's faced up until the Super 6, he's faced limited opposition. And when he did go in against Andre Ward, it was a lackluster performance. He was just beat down, and he didn't belong. Against Johnson, he was knocked out. So, Carl Froch, I think people are giving him way more credit than he deserves. He beat Arthur Abraham with a simple jab, and Abraham didn't barely throw any punches the whole fight. So, what can you say about that? Against Kessler, he went toe-to-toe. It was exciting, but we saw what Andre Ward did to Mikhail Kessler. So as far as the fight goes, I expect, I'm going to go out and say I expect a stoppage in the 10th round for Andre Ward. Carl Froch, he really rubs me the wrong way. He talks as if he's just like the greatest fighter ever, and he's just so good, and he's just above it all, but he's really not. Andre Durrell beat him, Mikhail Kessler beat him. And he talks about the Andre Durrell fight as if, it was easy work. It wasn't easy work because he was following the whole fight. He was getting outboxed. He was getting frustrated. He was throwing wild looping hooks. His footwork is horrible. His defense isn't the best, and I don't think he'll be able to compete with Andre Ward. He'll never be able to compete with Andre Ward. So hopefully after that fight, he has a rematch with Jean Pascal. That was an exciting fight. But I look for Andre Ward to stop him in the 10th round. And it's not going to be a back and forth fight. I just look for it to be a one-sided clinic. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. So Carl Froch, I really can't stand him, and hopefully he goes back to the UK and he boxes on Box Nation or something, and we we don't hear from him anymore because he doesn't offer too much. He's not that good. He's grossly overrated. I'll go on a limb and say he's the most overrated fighter right now. And thank you for watching. Leave comments, thoughts, and I'll see if I'm wrong or not come fight night. Thank you. Enjoy your day.